Hey, I want to thank you for joining us on Polk Place. Thank you for spending the time. I'm Brian Lacey, and joining me in studio from the Soni Family Practice is Ambica Soni. She is the medical director and owner of Soni Family Practice. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
And also joining us is Musashi Filgala. Welcome to the show. He is the marketing director of the Soni Family Practice.
Thank you, sir, to have this opportunity to be here with you.
Well, I want to talk a little bit about the Soni Family Practice. What exactly is it, and how long have you been established within the Polk County community?
So I've been here in Florida for about 10 years. It'll be 10 years this June. So we're a family practice. We see everything from newborns all the way up to age 99. We provide medical care for the community. We started with one location in Davenport, was our primary location 10 years ago, and we've expanded to 6 locations now, the other one in Polk County being Lakeland. And Four Corners.
Talk to me a little bit about choosing the areas within Polk County. Really, the fastest growing area is our Four Corners area. But when choosing locations in Polk County, especially for a family practice.
So what brought me here to Florida? I'm originally from New York. I did my med school in England, and I trained in Chicago at University of Illinois. And we came to Florida, and we were looking to serve the underserved. That's how we started our first practice, and Davenport was a huge need. So we interviewed, talked to the hospitals, and that's how we opened up our first one. And then we continued to grow, and wherever there's a need of healthcare providers is where we plan to open up new practices.
Now, when you speak of underserved, what exactly does that mean?
Patients and individuals that don't have access to health care, and there's no providers locally that can bring their expertise in managing diabetes, hypertension. There's not that many, and the ability to get in to see a doctor maybe a month out or 2 weeks out. That's why we try to open in that practice to help get people in quickly and help them get their medical care taken care of quickly.
From a medical standpoint, I want you to talk about the importance of preventive versus reacting towards once it's already there.
Prevention is key. That's what our big motto is, to prevent chronic care diseases. So what happens is if somebody has borderline sugar, borderline diabetes, if they come in and they see us and we test their sugar, we do a foot exam, we look for any complications that can be happening. So if we educate the individual and the patients on what foods they should avoid, how much exercise they should be doing, and kind of what they can do to change their daily activities to help prevent a complication from a condition. Because once the condition happens, it's a little hard to get it backwards, but that's also, we're able to do that as well. But getting that condition controlled prior to getting the actual condition is what is helpful.
Talk to me about the importance of keeping your patients in contact with the latest information, and also keeping them educated to the point of, along the free stuff that you guys do.
Yeah, so we work with an access center, so we help apply for patients for insurances, because some patients don't have it. So if you come to an access center, you can get applied for Medicaid, Medicare, if patients they're not aware that they have access to those things. We do help with phones. We do a lot of food drives as well. Every week at one of our locations, we're donating food that anybody can come to. If you're a patient regardless or not a patient, you can come to one of our food drives and come get food. There's fresh food there that they can use for the entire week, so that's been helpful. We also apply for patients who have insurance and can't afford some of these newer medications. We do a patient assistance program, which we apply with the actual pharmaceutical company and help them get their meds for $0 at cost.
Talk about the importance of philanthropy within what you do. You're serving in communities that need it the most, and providing that meal to your patients, to your people that are coming to you. Talk about the importance of giving back to that community.
So that's what we started the practice on. So the food, I'll explain how the food started. So when COVID happened, a lot of people didn't have access to food and water. So that's how it started. We started donating food to our practice, our patients, and every day when they would come to us, they'd say, "Dr. Soni, you don't know how much that helps me and my family. Thank you." And it just kept going, and as we continued to expand, we started seeing the need of the patients just for food and for health care. And so that's what makes us as providers. We're a group of 10 providers, and all of us have that same philosophy, is giving back to the need for the patients, serving our community, and providing great care.
Now, as marketing director for the group, talk about the importance of, you have such a diverse crowd that you're marketing to, and then, giving back to that community. Talk about some of the challenges that you face.
Well, from the marketing point of view, we are actually a very united group, because we are just the extension about what Soni Family Practice is doing for all these 10 years. So what we do every day is practice this philosophy to try to help people who have this need. So challenge is out there every single day what we do, but the reality is, because we are commitment to help people in the community, is actually our every single day activity that we do. Community focus that we are doing is actually in a very poor community. So the marketing team is marketing, always focus or try to be more paying attention, where the group of seniors, they are living by themselves, they don't have any help, and try to bring all these need that they have, not just from the point of view as a physician for all this chronic condition that they have, but we are actually looking then from the point of view as a human being who have all this need about food. So and it's what we are established every single week. Sometimes we do 2 times a week. We have the food pantry in every single location where Soni Family Practice is bringing the service, and we give it food for everybody on the community. Last year we helped in the Talbot House in Leyland for the homeless. During the Thanksgiving Day, we provide all the food, all the protein for all these homeless people, which is going to be the standard for this company. Every single year we are going to target a group of people who could be homeless, or people who have all this necessity, and go there as a group. Even doctors, they go there, and we actually serve and try to help and try to bring a little bit about happiness for all these people that they feel alone in the community. So
being on the front lines of this, obviously there when it's all going on, talk about the gratitude of the residents of Polk County that are receiving this, that need it the most. I mean, you guys are providing a wonderful service to those that need it the most, but talk about the gratitude, talk about the reaction from the residents.
Well, we are expecting, what we are actually feeling is to see people who come to us and they go home with a smile. That one is something that is actually priceless. When we have somebody who approach to Soni Family Practice and they go home with all the feeling about hope, because they feel like somebody for the first time is actually paying attention and they're listening to them. So that one is what feel so good inside when they go home and they are smiling, because they have this satisfaction for the service that we are actually doing, with no intention, just to bring the best from Soni Family Practice to our community.
Guys, I want to thank you for coming in and spending the time with me. And anytime that you guys have anything going on, please come back in again and see me, if you would, please.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
The Soni Family Practice is a local company that prides themselves in providing excellent, caring, and quality health care to patients and their families. Now, if you need more information on their philanthropy and food giveaways, follow them on Facebook at Soni Family Practice, or look them up on the web at sonifamilypractice.com.